Morning. We're in Rouen now, so this is where our park for the night. I think it was €14.70. So what's that's about 12-13 quid, and that includes electric, shower, emptying water. So that is a fantastic price. The only thing is, you have to be quick and on the ball to get in on here. If you're not here by sort of dinner time, they reckon it's full. So we made an effort to get up this morning, and we're now gonna get on. We appear to be in, I think, what's part of the old town of Rouen. Not really sure what we're heading for. It's on Christine's map, but yeah. Looks nice, though. Looks nice. Looks like there's some form of a market or something. That's on, unless they're eateries. Chinese. Oh, I think it's for some show of some sort. All the chairs are pointing in one direction, so yeah, not sure what that would be. Oh no, they're not tables and chairs. Yeah, yeah, the tables and chairs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice square, and that, whatever it is, monstrosity. What looks right. Okay. Christine tells me that's the Joan of Arc church, so this is what we've come for, are these buildings. These are our first port of call. What? Oh. Looks really nice, to be fair. I think that's the Joan of Arc church, I think. So Christine was telling me. There she is. It's hard to believe they celebrated so much, being as they burnt her at the stake after she defeated the English, I think. That's nice. So this weird building, which is the Joan of Arc church, has got this like a crocodile or a dragon's head. Huh. Yeah. Walking well, around the Joan of Arc church thing, there's market stalls that are around it. We're in the what would have been, or what is, the old town. Very strange place. I can smell fish. There's a fish market and cheese. And so apparently it's quite a modern church. Christine said if you walk round it to this side it's open, but it's actually not, I don't think. Yeah. No. But that would be the norm for us, to be fair. But it's a gorgeous town, really nice, pleasantly surprised. So this is the Joan of Arc church. Hi, you. Wow. I don't really know much about it, but it's very, very different. fantastic. It's just stunning. That's a statue of Saint Joan of Arc. It's a very modern church. That'll be Joan of Arc as well. Sure what this wood is for, but it's a very strange church, very modern, very strange. Weird. Very strange. Probably the strangest church I've ever been in. But if you sit here, that's it. And then look at the stained glass windows, which is the feature of it all. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I think Christine wants this, so I'll yeah. You wanted that, didn't you?
What, you want the camera, yeah?
This Joan of Arc church runs along there, and then you've got that mouth of what looks like a dragon. We was debating on what it actually is. Was it a dragon or is it a crocodile? So Christine's just looked it up, and it's supposed to be an overturned Viking ship.
Longboat, yeah.
An overturned longboat. No more look like that than fly to the moon. Anyway, we're going to have a look now and see if we can find exactly where she was burnt at the stake, which was around this square.
On the north side it says Rouen.
And where these wreaths are laying to Joan of Arc, this is the exact spot where she was burnt at the stake. So, and this is what stands in its place, this cross, and then you've got the church. So, yeah. Oh, it's a beautiful old town. Really, really nice. I think this is the court building. It's called the Palais de Justice.
Look at the road markings.
So, and the road, look how it's all marked out, look. On there. And this thing, and then like I don't know what they call it, that's in the middle of the road. Oh. Even the zebra crossings go around in a circle, look. But how cool is that? Just walked up from which is the old town. There's a baguette shop. Be having one of them later, I think. Possibly. They're all filled with salad, maybe.
Salad.
Yeah. They make them already made up, look. In there. Okay, we're walking into, I think, what is the proper old quarter now. Where I thought we were was the old quarter, but look at this. Look at the clock. I can actually tell you that it's probably somewhere close to the right time. It's pointing at 11. It's actually 20 past. Quarter past, Christine's got. Yeah, quarter past. So it's fairly close to being really accurate. Look. How fantastic. How amazing and stunning is that? Anyway, we're on our way to the cathedral. It's only open till 12, and as you already know, it's 11:15, so we can come back to these for Christine's photographs. But I will video it, being as I'm walking through, save me doing it later. Very nice part of town. Yeah. So I think the building in front is the cathedral. And it's so there's not a lot of time. Christine will be dawdling because she'll and then moan that she can't get in. So, but we'll see. Terrific buildings. Really nice, and it's absolutely immaculate. So the town is well, there's not a bit of litter to be seen anywhere. It's really clean. Gorgeous bit of town. Oop. Pardon?
Quite busy.
Yeah, it's busy around here. Once a busy 2 minutes back till we got to these streets. So anyway, we've got our baguettes. We've got fromage and jambon, which ham and cheese. Anyway, we're heading in for the cathedral now. Well, we're at the cathedral. We're going to take a look inside. I think they call it Notre Dame Cathedral. Yeah, like Christy said, they're all called Notre Dame Cathedral. So, yeah, but wow, look how spectacular that is. That's fantastic exterior. Very ornate. Yeah. Christine's just going to turn my phone off. Anyway, in we go. So we'll just made that nicely. Look at the doors. We'll see. Anyway, thank you. Merci. There we go. Me and my French. I even did ordering the baguette in French. Asked her if she spoke English. She said little. I said fromage, jambon, baguette. She went oui, 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 deux. Yeah, oui, oui, oui. Anyway, we're here in this cathedral now. Well, it's a very understated, pulpit. Wow. Now that is something else. Those stairs and everything. That is amazing. Not much to be said for the ceiling, I'm afraid. Whatever was up there has now been erased, if there was anything. Wow. Wow. It says profits there, so. I'll look over the top. Really handy having this pole on here. So what have we got? Aaron, St John the Baptist, St Vincent. Just seems to be a bit bland. I think I kind of expected more. I think I don't really know. The stained glass windows are terrific, and I think the best bit was the staircase, which we came across by accident. I thought that was absolutely fantastic, and the doors and to the sides, and the decoration, absolutely stunning. Let's have a move into the middle and see what we get from there. So we'll take a little bit of a look. Well, there's our, what it looks here from looking up on the middle. These arches do look spectacular, I must admit. and the organ too. Yeah, the organ looks pretty amazing, to be fair. Yeah, that organ, I think it needs its clock setting, but that is beautiful. Beautiful, really nice. Looks like it could do with a bit of a dusting. I think Christine was hoping to get into this church, which is St Maclou Catholic Church. Probably charge you for that, but look how beautiful it is in this square. Look at them windows. Look at that. Pardon? Alright. Well, we'll have a wander around the old town, or this part of the old town. We'll have a wander around here. There's nearly all the things you got down here are churches,
Oh, they're all shut too.
so they'll all be shut anyway. So, look.
Wow.
This way? Look at this. Look at the carving on there. How fantastic are these? It's gorgeous. I mean, we thought we'd walk through the old town and come out, but it seems to be like a mixture of many. I think Rouen was, well, it's obviously a very, very important city, or was. Just in case you don't know about who Joan of Arc is, I'll fill you in. Joan of Arc was an uneducated, I think she was a farm girl, I think something like that. However, she rose to become the leader of the French army that was fighting the British at Orleans, which is a town that we're heading for, and she led them to victory. Anyway, sometime later she was fighting at a town called Chamonix, and the Burgundians, I know Burgundy's part of France, but I think they must have been jumping sides a bit then. Well, they captured her and sold her to the British, and the British held a bit of a kangaroo court here in Rouen, where they found her to be a heretic, and then and because she was found guilty of heresy, she was burnt at the stake. So in case you didn't know, that's a simple history into Joan of Arc. Bit out of breath. We've walked up this hill. I can tell you, it's bloody steep. Took a bit of walking up. Anyway, there we are. That's not our campsite, by the way, that you can see down there. It's a different one. I don't know if you're looking at that, but the view of Rouen is quite spectacular. Just shows you how big a city it's grown into. Probably even since you were here, Dad. That's the old part of the city. Where we're staying now, if you look in the distance, there's a bridge with like sort of a shape, a V-shape on top. The other side of the river, this side of the river, about, I don't know, half a mile past there, and we've walked our way all the way down, followed the river all the way around, came on into the town, been to the cathedral, had a look round there. There's a couple more for us to look at, but that's Rouen. This building here is, they call it the Donjon de Rouen. So, I don't know what that means. So, Chrissy says it's Joan of Arc Tower, but Donjon of Rouen. What a building that is. Yeah. It says the Chateau of Rouen is what it says. Have a little look on the sign. Yeah, this says the Chateau of Rouen, which must have been part of the castle.
Joan of Arc.
Yeah, and Tower of Joan of Arc. I need to bloody mind up what it is. Which is quite a building. Yeah, the Donjon de Rouen. Yeah, Joan of Arc Tower. Weird. I wish they met the mind up of what we're going to call it.
And this little thing is actually made out of nuts. How cool is that? Very cool.
There's an awful lot of Rouen that is on this side of the river that has kept its old charm. So, kind of a mixture of really old and modern. I think what we've got is a monument to Napoleon, which is just have to get the other side of it so we can see it. Oh, there you go. Emperor Napoleon. Code Napoleon. Yeah.